Welcome to the Abundance Journey, the show that helps spiritual entrepreneurs create an abundance mindset that accelerates revenue. Secretly, everything you experience in your life is actually abundance. Once you understand how to activate abundance, you find yourself in flow with your business and clients, so it's easy to create the revenue you want. The Abundance Journey is the only show that activates abundance for you, so you enjoy rapid results in your business. Here's your host, the Abundance Ambassador, Elaine Starling.
You know, we face challenging situations every single day. It never fails. You're running late and you get stuck in traffic, right? Maybe you really want to engage and enroll a prospect and you're kind of struggling to figure out, what do I say? How do I really get them on board here? Maybe you're dealing with a frustrated client and you need to empower them to see things in a slightly different way. Okay, perhaps you've got a difference of opinion with your spouse, maybe even an argument, right? There's just all this stuff that gets thrown at us all day long. And sometimes it feels like you're reeling from calamity to catastrophe and back again. So today, what I want to chat with you about is how we can actually leverage the daily chaos to create more divine connection. I know, it's weird, right? Chaos to connection and making it divine. There's a really cool way to do this. Now, to me, divine connection is when I deliberately reach out to the divine within and the divine inside all it is. I know that when my awareness, my focus is on the presence of the divine in the moment, it changes my presence. It changes how I show up and how I behave. It's actually enriched and upgraded so that I'm embodying the divine. I'm actually expressing the divine. So to me, that connection creates a level of awareness, which empowers me to embody the divine. And I'm going to show you exactly what this process looks like and how you can do it yourself. Now, fair warning, the chaos is still there, right? I was talking about how are we going to leverage chaos to create that connection? The chaos hasn't changed, but what does change is my perspective of the chaos. And perspective is reality. Now, I'll get into this more in just a moment, but there's two foundational things that we're going to do to make sure you get the most out of this experience. The first thing we're going to do is connect our energy, yours, mine, and the energy of the God of your understanding. We're going to do that by taking 3 deep breaths together. And as we breathe in, think the words I am. Breathe in through the nose, I am. And as we breathe out through the mouth, think the word consciousness. Okay, that's the first practice. The second practice, I'm going to share an intention with you. An intention is what we want to create and how we want to feel while we're creating it. This is the energetic goal that we share, and we're actually connecting the God of your understanding to this intention so that through the conversation that we're about to have, you receive everything in the intention. That's the idea. Now, the secret sauce is after I share the intention with you, we're going to hold it for 78 seconds in total silence. Why 78 seconds? Because the current estimate is that human beings have a shorter attention span than a goldfish. And for a goldfish, life starts anew. I think it's every 8 seconds, right? It's a whole new world every 8 seconds. Well, it's really hard for the divine to lock in on your level of consciousness, on what you want, on your intention, if you're constantly changing your mind. So by holding that intention for 78 seconds, it really allows the divine to partner with us. So you get to receive this intention. Now, 2 things can make it a lot easier for you to hold the silence for 78 seconds. Pick 2 or 3 words that just feel really expansive and uplifting and empowering. It's what you truly want to experience. And just say them over and over again to yourself during those 78 seconds. Now, the second thing to do is notice what's happening in your body, because you might feel chills or goosebumps, or you might feel a roll of heat. Sometimes I feel my body start to expand and open. It doesn't really matter what you notice in your body. Whatever you notice is just a sign that the divine has locked into your signal and is already starting to move the energy. How cool is that? And it's going to move to the intention. So you get everything in the intention. So let's get started with the 3 deep breaths. We're going to breathe in together, I am, through the nose, and breathe out consciousness through the mouth. Let's breathe right now. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out consciousness. In love and light, we hold the intention that we experience divine grace in every situation, recognizing the divine context that is present. So we know that all is well. We are guided and everything is working out for our highest good. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. Wow, that was intense. I felt so much energy around that. Unreal. I really felt my heart pounding. I felt it resonating through my whole body and bouncing out beyond me. That was incredible. And I kept thinking about divine context. The divine context is the difference between my context, where I probably look at a situation and go, that's right, or that's wrong, that's good, or that's bad. From the divine context, all is well. Everything is designed for our spiritual growth and spiritual expansion. That is the only purpose behind anything that we experience. That's the divine context. So when I choose to adopt the divine context, my world changes. So let's go back to what we were talking about originally, the chaos, right? The chaos is still there. Sadly, that part has not changed yet. But what can change is my perspective of the chaos. When I deliberately adopt a divine context that, look, everything is here to get me to expand on a spiritual level, to grow in my spirituality. So instead of experiencing trials and tribulations as really a painful penance that I'm going through, I don't have to do that. I can view this as a divine quiz. It's a pop quiz. I wasn't expecting it, but hey, I get to show up as my divine self, my higher self in this moment. Now, when I take that time to connect with the divine, That's when I get a completely different perspective of what's happening in my world. Instead of being really myopic on my problem and I get tunnel vision on what's going on, I connect with the divine. I open my peripheral vision, and all of a sudden I have access to ideas and resources and solutions and people, everything that I need to address my problem. As long as I'm stuck in tunnel vision, I can't see any of that. So if I am willing to adopt this perspective of it's just a divine pop quiz, it's not a big deal. It's always an opportunity for me to show my level of commitment to coming from my higher self and truly doing my best to embody the divine. So as soon as I connect with the divine and adopt this perspective, I'm much more aware of the divine presence in everything. I start to notice the divine in the people that I'm chatting with or working with, or even just passing by. I notice the divine in the food that I'm eating, in the clothes that I'm wearing, in every single aspect of my life. I'm much more tuned into and aware of the divine in every moment. And the inspiration that I receive from that heightened level of divine awareness, it really encourages me to embody the divine myself. Now, to me, embodying the divine means two key things: expressing grateful curiosity and unconditional love. Now, let me explain both of these in detail, because that's, to me, the foundation of being, embodying the divine. Grateful curiosity is really taking advantage of these mirror neurons that we have behind our eyebrows so that we can have a shared experience with somebody else. Mirror neurons are why we can get so much out of a movie or a book without having to go through all the challenges that the hero has to deal with in the story, right? We kind of live it with them because we feel a sense of grateful curiosity. We want to understand kind of why they're doing what they're doing. What are their motivations? What are the needs that they're trying to have met through their actions? And then as we stick with it, when we get to the end of the story, those mirror neurons allow us to not only witness their transformation, but to experience their transformation ourselves. Yeah, the hero does all the work. We get the benefit. That's not bad, right? That grateful curiosity is the most powerful state of being, because that's when we're fully present. We are here in this moment right now. Now, when I'm in grateful curiosity, I know I don't have all the answers. I know I don't. So I'm really tuned in. I'm engaged in what's happening. I'm really soaking up the story, the experience. I let it unfold in perfect divine timing and divine grace. I can see how each individual petal of the flower is a slightly different blessing that enhances my world, but I can only notice it when I'm in grateful curiosity. Yeah. So to me, it's kind of a chicken and the egg thing, right? When I experience grateful curiosity is when I know for sure I'm connected to the divine. And when I connect with the divine, it puts me in a state of grateful curiosity. It's my tell, it's my guarantee, it's my go-to and indication that I'm really connected. I'm with the divine in this moment when I'm in grateful curiosity. Now, unconditional love is a little bit different. Unconditional love is celebrating what other people are doing or feeling, even when it's not something that you're doing or something that you're feeling. I have no desire to climb Mount Everest, but I get it. The people who are really into it, or be in the Olympics. I love watching the Olympics because I'm rooting for the people who are competing. I know how much time and effort and commitment and just determination is required for them to be able to participate at that level. And so I can really engage in what they're doing and beam that unconditional love to them and be there for them without me actually having to go to the Olympics and try to compete. And I would suck, frankly, because I don't have the preparation for them. Whatever they're going through, I make an effort to see them as whole and complete and perfect, exactly as they are. Whatever it is we're going through, this is just a growth opportunity. And often growth is a bit on the uncomfortable side. But that unconditional love is truly your deep inner knowing that all is well, that we are guided, and that everything is working out for us. It's that divine context that we were talking about, that divine perspective, that it's always about our spiritual growth. And so we can offer that unconditional love as someone is experiencing one of their growth spurts. It's kind of like you don't have to drive the bus, but you can enjoy being a passenger. You can take in the scenery along the way, right? You continually find something to enjoy and appreciate in anything that's happening. And that joy, that appreciation is your unconditional love that you're giving back. So grateful curiosity connects you with the divine, and unconditional love is part of how you express the divine. To me, when I express unconditional love, I'm truly aware of the divine in all things, in all people, in all situations, in all circumstances. That's really key. It's the combination of a grateful curiosity and unconditional love is when I'm embodying the divine. Now, I know this is all theoretical, so I want to give you a very concrete example. All right. It's a recent experience that I had. I was on vacation in Vermont, and I noticed something funky happening with my left eye. I thought I saw little eyelashes at the bottom of my eye. And over the week that I was there, it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was like a bubble in my vision. It turned out I was having a retinal detachment. Ruh-roh. So I had to get busy and get home quickly so that I could have surgery. Well, the first thing I did, as soon as I noticed those little eyelashes when I got off the plane, I got into grateful curiosity. I hired angels to make sure that whatever happened, I would have perfect spiritual sight as well as perfect physical sight. So I asked for two things: perfect physical sight and perfect spiritual sight. Now, here's what it sounds like when I hire angels. Angels, thank you so much for restoring my perfect physical sight. I deeply appreciate it. I love all that you're doing for me and the comfort, the care that you're giving me, all the wonderful experts that you're directing me to, and the information, the resources I need to heal perfectly and completely. And you're so good at this. I deeply appreciate and value that you're also giving me at the same time perfect spiritual sight so that I witness all the blessings that are flowing to me in every moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, angels. I love you and I appreciate you. That's what I do to hire angels. I always say thank you in advance, and it's always about love and appreciation around what is desired. Okay? So, grateful curiosity, I hired angels. Unconditional love, this flood of blessings started showing up for me. I mean, you name it, all these incredible things started happening for me. Those angels are really on the job. Now, I was in grateful curiosity because I wanted to engage with talented experts who would know what to do. So I mentioned what was happening to one of my relatives up there in Vermont, and she told me about a fabulous optometrist. And he very generously opened his office on a Sunday on his day off. And he was able to take pictures of my eye and confirm that I was almost at a detached retina, not quite, but almost. And he also went to bat for us to get in to see an ophthalmologist, an expert who can really look at the details. They took their own imaging. They even did an ultrasound of my eye and gave me all the information so that I could upload it to my medical portal and let my local doctors know what was going on. Well, my local doctor said, hey, get home immediately. And I got home. One day home, and the following day I had surgery. It was that fast. I mean, like, boom. Grateful curiosity. These experts are super talented and they know exactly what to do. So the unconditional love that shows up here, I'm thinking, wow, this is a disaster. And I'm so special because I have this unique condition. Oh, no, I'm not. Detached retinas are a dime a dozen. They happen all the time. When I went in for surgery, it was like an assembly line. I kid you not. I heard him give the pitch to the person who was ahead of me. And, here's what's going to happen. Here's what to expect, blah, blah, blah. And they get wheeled in. Then they come in and they hook me up and I get the IV and they tell me the same pitch. She comes out, I go in. It was just like a revolving door. It's so ordinary. It's so obvious. It's so every day of the week. And this particular surgery has a really, really high success rate. Unconditional love. It's fast, it's easy, it's effective. Yay! Unconditional love. So, grateful curiosity, I partnered up with my husband, with the doctors, with angels for optimal recovery. And it's amazing what happened for me because with that grateful curiosity and just knowing that these people can be present for me and welcoming in their contribution, I received unconditional love, incredible support, and all kinds of incredible support. Physical support with the surgery itself, emotional support. My husband is so there for me, and he's helping me do the eye drops because I can't quite see what I'm doing, and it really makes a difference. Mental support, getting the feedback that this is progress. This is what it looks like. It's a series of steps. It's not like overnight. So be patient with the process. It's getting better. And spiritual support. Those angels are constantly reminding me of all the unconditional love that I'm receiving. They continue to send me blessings all the time. Okay? Grateful curiosity and unconditional love. The next step of grateful curiosity is that I continually partner with the divine at all times. It's that taking on the divine context where I am continually guided and everything is working out for my highest good and all is well. From that context, and everything I experience is there to help me grow spiritually, right? So, sometimes that means that I get to have unusual experiences and bizarre situations that allow me to meet people I would never meet any other way. Well, that's because the divine is directing me to the people I need to connect with. So, what happened? I was 2 weeks into my healing from my surgery when the exact same retina tore in a different spot, and I get to have surgery again. How fun is this? Well, this time it's a brand new surgeon. It's a brand new, surgical team. It's a new anesthesiologist. It's a new nurse. Everybody's new. It's a completely different experience. Similar, but different. Now, unconditional love, I have to explain how the surgery itself actually works so I can share my story of what happened. Now, when you get retinal surgery, you have anesthesia. So you can't feel anything and you can't see anything. Everything's all blurry. You don't know what's going on. You're not completely asleep because when you're asleep, your head will jerk uncontrollably. And they're actually doing surgery through a microscope to figure out what needs to be done. So they can't have you move at all. So you're not asleep. You are aware, but you're not particularly alert, right? Really good drugs. So you're not feeling anything. Now, I know that the divine wants me to embody the divine, be that grateful curiosity and unconditional love at all times. So as I'm lying there doing the surgery, I've hired angels to support me and to support everyone on the surgical team. I feel angels holding my hands. I am in such a state of perfect divine grace, and I'm just holding this space for everyone in the room, for everyone in the building, all the other patients, all the other surgeons. I want everyone to have this space of divine grace. So it was a more involved surgery this time because I was really clear with the surgeon. I'm like, hey, love you guys, but I'm spending way too much time with you. How about second time's the charm, not third time's the charm? Throw everything you have to at this to make sure this is the last time I see you guys, because you are not a cheap date. Gotta tell you, love you, but yeah, don't want to spend that much time with you. And fortunately, they had a very similar sense of humor, so they were totally cool with it. So I'm in the surgery, and we've been at it for a while. And at one point, about halfway through, the surgeon takes this really deep sigh. He's been working really hard to support me. And I said, your hands are guided by angels. You are in divine grace. All is well. And he touched my shoulder. And after the surgery was over, in front of my husband, he said, I want you to know, you made me a better surgeon today. When we choose to show up as our highest self, when we choose to embody the divine, not only do we benefit because we're much more relaxed, we're chill, we're in that state of divine grace, but those around us benefit too. There's a huge ripple effect that happens. It's amazing what you can create. So for me, I find that staying in grateful curiosity really connects me with the divine. It's that hook that pulls me into the divine. And when I'm in this space of grateful curiosity, all of a sudden, I have much more awareness of the presence of the divine in all things, in all situations, in all circumstances. And when that happens, and I see the divine in everything, it really empowers me to express that unconditional love. So I'm embodying the divine. I'm staying in grateful curiosity and unconditional love to embody the divine. And when I do that, the chaos is no longer chaos. The chaos is just a sign of my connection with the divine, because the divine trusts me so much and believes in me so much and is rooting for me so hard. They're convinced that I have an opportunity to show up as the divine in this moment. That's all the chaos means, is that you are the divine that is needed here right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How can it get even better than this? We're going to find out in just a minute, because I'm going to activate abundance. Stick around. Hi, it's Elaine Starling, the Abundance Ambassador. And I know since you're listening to this show or watching this show, The Abundance Journey, you really want to experience more abundance in your life. Well, that's why I wrote the book, 5 Steps to Activate Your Abundance. It's available for sale right now from Amazon, from barnesandnoble.com, and many international sellers. And I want you to pick up a copy, because I'm really opening the kimono here and sharing all of the information you need to experience abundance in every single aspect of your life. The book's divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is called Meeting the Divine. This is where I share my near-death experience and the conversation I got to have with our higher power during my stroke. In Part 2, Messages from the Divine, I share the best practices that I was given, the secret sauce in how life actually works. And so you understand really why you're here and how you can make the most of your life so you love every single moment. And then in the Part 3 is Partnering with the Divine. That's where I go into each of the 5 steps to activate your abundance and explain exactly why it works so well. So take a moment to pick up a copy. It's available as an ebook, a paperback book, an audiobook, and a video course. So however you like to absorb information, abundance is waiting for you. This is a pretty amazing experience that I'm having. And everybody always asks me, oh, how are you doing? Is everything okay? And how are you healing? I'm healing great. I am doing so well. I'm healing fast. These incredible resources and connections are happening. As I said, blessings just keep flowing in. I've received 10 separate concrete blessings already just from going through this experience. It's amazing. Amazing. All right, we're going to activate abundance. And step one is gratitude. Gratitude is the ignition switch to higher consciousness, right? When we can get into that space of grateful curiosity, what are the blessings that are here for me? What opportunities are present for me? This is just a growth opportunity. That's all this is. It's a spiritual growth opportunity. Wow, how cool is that? So, step two is to acknowledge something you heard that was an aha for you. And I love this idea that everything is about your spiritual growth. Everything is designed to support you and empower you in being your higher self. Because when you are being your higher self, everything opens up for you. You open up that peripheral vision. You gain access to all that is. You get ideas and insights that you have no other way to access. You get that spiritual vision that you ask the angels for. And by all means, ask them. They're happy to give it to you. You have to ask. And then you have to notice that it's showing up. Because they give you blessings all the time, but you're distracted, you're busy, you're not paying any attention. So step one is gratitude. Step two is to acknowledge something you heard that was an aha for you. And what I'm going to acknowledge is that everything is a blessing designed for your spiritual growth. Amazing. Step three is to appreciate the difference it can make in your life. Well, when I view everything as a blessing that is here for my spiritual growth is always about how well am I doing at embodying the divine. And when I embody the divine, I get in that state of grateful curiosity. So I'm fully present. I'm here in the moment. I'm connected. I'm tuned in. I'm really in the moment with you. I'm absorbing what's happening. I'm receiving the blessings. I let go of all resistance and I'm just wide open, welcoming the blessings. Right? So that grateful curiosity lets the blessings in, and that unconditional love is expressing back how much I appreciate what I just heard and what I just received. Whatever the experience is, I'm acknowledging the blessings that are showing up for me. I'm noticing and acknowledging those blessings. Okay. So for me, appreciating the difference it can make in my life, well, not only is everything a blessing, I really receive at a much deeper, richer level than ever before. That's why I've had 10 blessings already just going through this crazy retinal detachment experience. It's amazing. Step four, activate the abundance. What we're going to do, there's 3 different ways to activate it. The first way is schedule time to get it done. And I consider journaling a part of this. Oh my gosh, my journaling is through the roof. It's like I have to keep it with me at all times because the divine is just like, oh yeah, and by the way, blah, 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 blah. And so it doesn't matter what kind of thing I'm working on, my coaching program, a summit that I'm working on, a book that I'm doing with a friend. Doesn't matter. These ideas just keep boom, boom. So I got to journal. Journaling's fabulous. The second way to activate abundance is a physical trigger, like crossing your fingers or tugging on your earlobe. For me, I love the physical trigger. Believe it or not, pick up my journal or look at my journal or think about my journal. As soon as I do, I'm like, oh, right, I'm divinely connected. And the divine is constantly sending me love and blessings all the time. And all I have to do with whatever it is I'm thinking about or concerned about or worried about, remember the divine context, that all is well, that everything is always working out for my highest good, and everything is designed to guide me to greater spiritual growth. When I have that divine context, whew, everything opens up for me. So I love to just look at my journal or think about my journal as a trigger that gets me in that space. Now, the third way is to have an accountability buddy, somebody who knows you, who's like, okay, what are you committing to? I'm committing to viewing every situation, every experience, every conversation, every person on the planet, everything as something that is divine and there to guide me to increase spiritual growth. The way I increase my spiritual growth is I do my best to embody divinity in every moment. How do I embody divinity? I am in grateful curiosity and unconditional love. I express unconditional love. Those are the two tells. And that's how my accountability buddy can know, are you in a state of grateful curiosity? You sound like you're complaining about something. That doesn't sound like grateful curiosity. And you're not expressing gratitude for what's happening for you. I don't hear appreciation or acknowledgement of a blessing. So obviously, you're not in a state of unconditional love either. What are you doing, honey? That's not you. Because everybody alternates. We live in a world of duality, right? Something happens. I get to have retinal surgery again. And trust me, my first reaction was not, oh, goody. I know. I was like, seriously? What are you thinking? And then I remembered, oh yeah, divine context. Right. That's a growth opportunity. Time to roll up my sleeves and enjoy. And I did. Ultimately, I did. And I received all these blessings from it. Step 5, celebrate your progress. This is the entire purpose of your life, to experience spiritual growth. That's why you're here. That's why you're on the planet. That's how you contribute the most to your fellow man, to this world, to the universe, is by being the best you can be. And you're never done. There's always more. But wait, there's more. The divine is very much like an infomercial. But wait, there's more. There's even more divine. There's even more blessings. There's even more spirituality. There's even more consciousness. There's more. There's more for you to enjoy. You're never done. How cool is that? You're on this unending, beautiful journey of abundance and prosperity. And you get to recognize the divine within you so that you can share it on the outside with others. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time for the Abundance Journey.
You've been listening to the Abundance Journey Show with Elaine Starling. Visit theabundancejourney.com/podcast gifts to access today's gift, as well as gifts from our other guests. Tune in every week to activate abundance in your life and business. If something resonated with you, please share it with your friends so they can benefit too. Keep activating abundance, and we'll see you in the next episode.